Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is indeed Tuesday night, and we are live and in effect as a report to you from behind this plastic microphone device. We are here. Hope everybody is doing well and has had a good couple of days here since our wild live stream when the markets took a big tumble, when the precious metal prices dropped pretty crazy. But a lot of good folks with us here tonight as we continue this broadcast. Hope everybody is doing well. Let's get into some of these comments and see what folks are saying. We've got a Guardian Stacker. Why are we seeing prices jump overnight? When the U.S. markets open, the price drops. What am I missing with the U.S. markets? Well, the markets overnight are reacting based off of London and Asia, and so that is what's happening there. And we capture them, but they can move all sorts of different ways overnight, depending on the sentiment of the region where they open. Yes, indeed. But overall, the world is pretty much reacting to the tariffs. Now we're in a trade war. It is official for sure. Good to see you guys. Welcome. A lot of good folks with us tonight here out of the starting gate. I appreciate 8-inch destroyers here. Quantum Resin, Tom Larson, Cyber Curtain Twitcher is here. Good to see you, CCT. Danny Don's Life is with us. Master Blaster, Paul Sargent, and Coin Roll Fishing, and JM Unleashed is here with us. All right, let's get into. We got a lot to get over. We have some scammers that are supposed to call us, so we'll be prepared to take those calls. When they jumped the gun and called me early, left a garbled message. I couldn't understand any of it. Lower Maestro says here, rumor has it tariffs will, in the long run, strengthen the euro vis-a-vis no longer being U.S. dependent, and by result, the euro becoming de facto reserve currency. That's a long way off for that to happen. That's a lot of wishful thinking. The euro is essentially backed by Germany more than anything else. The German economy is the strongest economy there, and they are not doing so hot either. But nonetheless, we'll see how it plays out. But it's going to take a lot to the tariffs. And I think in some ways, Trump wants somewhat of a weaker dollar, but it can stand to weaken a bit and still be the dominant currency, for sure, to strengthen the other currencies. That also helps in trade. But we'll see here. All right. Okay, here we go. Scammer calling us early, but here we go. Hello?
Hi, Charlie.
Hi. You are really excited to talk to me, aren't you? You weren't supposed to call till 6:15. You called me early 2 times, but that's okay. We're going to take you now. Well, I can talk now. I'm good enough. I have my coffee here. Let me take a slurp real quick. Just a second here.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for that, Charlie.
Oh, that's good coffee.
Oh, that's
oh, it tastes delicious.
Well, my apologies for calling early because I'm heading to a training. So
what kind of training are you going through? Are you a cockpit training? Are you going to be a fighter pilot?
No.
Is it training for how to do manicures and pedicures on ladies in Vietnam? Is that the kind of training you're going to?
Well, I wish I would go and those trainings, but no, not regarding to that. Regarding customer services, sales, and maybe getting that American accent, so that
yes, you got to get the American accent. Now, where are you from originally? Where are you from? Madagascar?
We have spoken about that.
No, Mozambique. I get Mozambique and Madagascar. That's right. You're from Mozambique. Yeah. That's right. I love Mozambique. It's what I like the best about Mozambique is the fact that every time you...
been there?
I've never been there, but I would like to go there because I heard that all of the birds there, they have very soft beaks. They don't have very hard beaks because it's Mozambique, you know what I mean? So like to mosey on down the beak.
Never heard about that.
Yeah, next time you're out and about, and next time you run across a bird down there, check the hardness of the beak. I think you will find that the beak is not as aggressive as beaks in other nations. Yeah.
Okay. So, but coming back to the business, yesterday you said that today you would give me how much was your gross annual sales, so that I can transfer you to your dedicated account manager.
Yes, my gross annual sales. Well, let's take $98,000 And let's multiply that by 12, and what do we get? Can you pull up the old Google machine or calculator and see what that is? Because I track it by month, but that's going to be my average annual sales. So you're going to find that it's worth more than $1.2 million with an M.
That's great.
Yeah. By the way, how's the bobsled team down there in Mozambique? For
the what?
The Olympic bobsled team.
I don't know. We don't have that.
You don't have that? How about skiing? Do you have skiing in Mozambique?
Yes, I do. Yes, we do.
Yeah, because there's some mountains there. There's some pretty high mountains in the eastern part of the country, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. I
Very
think
good.
the second largest one is between Mozambique and Zimbabwe.
Right.
But that's not a sport. That's not a sport that I'm passionate of. So yeah.
Did you just say that's not the spot to make passionate love?
No, sir.
Okay,
no, sir.
I must have missed it.
Yeah, it's not a sport that I love. That's why I need these classes to get this American accent.
Right,
you know?
right. Very good. Do you speak Swahili? Do you speak Swahili?
No. You know, in my region, we don't speak Swahili. There, we speak, let's say, Shangana, Zulu. Then Swahili should be like...
Number 7, probably. That's yeah.
You know, around Zambia and all the other countries, they might speak Swahili. But in my area, no, we don't.
I think Zulu was in Ghostbusters, if I'm not mistaken. The god Zulu? Yeah, I think that was the language in Ghostbusters that they were speaking when they went to Gozar, you know, the big, I think that's where they got that. Because there's a lot of big...
You know, out of curiosity, how do you know all this story, you know?
Well, I'm a big fan of history. I love Tanzania. I love Zimbabwe. I'm a big fan of Lesotho, which is the landlocked country in between and has swallowed up by South Africa. You know, I think they should. I think they need some beach access down there in Lesotho.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with your geographic, knowledge. I'm really impressed. Can I transfer you now to?
Oh yes, sure.
Dedicated account?
And Wakanda forever. That's right. Yes. Okay. Go ahead and transfer me. Thank you. All right, being transferred. Ooh, I love it. Oh boy. Okay. We don't want to get a copyright strike on that music, so we'll wait a bit here. Yeah. Are you still with me while the music's playing? No, he's not. Okay. Brooke Mitchell says here, eBay is bad about having sellers like this. Most of the fakes come from China. From what I have seen, I only buy from legit precious metal bullion dealers like ST Bullion, JM Bullion. Yep, I think that's a good, wise decision to do. Hello? Yes, this is Charles.
How you doing? This is Eli. I just got transferred your file. For security purposes, could you verify the name of the business?
Yes, it's Gephardt Enterprises. And can you call me Chuck instead of Charles, if you don't mind?
Oh, sorry, no problem,
right.
Chuck. I can definitely call you that.
Yes, indeed.
And over here, it looks like you're looking for about $150,000.
Yep, 150,000. What's that beeping sound? Now, I will tell you, I'm going out of my way. My name is Chuck McGill, and I am allergic to electronic devices and electrical magnetic waves. So I'm going out on a limb to be able to take this call right now. So it's causing me a great deal of pain. So if we can extend this conversation, that would be great. But I've got a tinfoil hat, or I'm not. Well, I've got a hat on too, but I've also wrapped myself up in a blanket that creates like a Faraday cage to prevent the electrical waves from causing too much problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that. That sounds like it could be a bit of an inconvenience.
It is. I've been diagnosed. It's been something, and I'm working my way through it. And I went to the copy machine, the copy place, and I had a real hard time. I fainted there, but thankfully my brother came and he didn't stop by. He just went along his way, but he was concerned about me, and I was fine. Oh, Jimmy, good guy, except for when he, tries to bring me down at the law firm, because I am a lawyer.
Oh, what do you guys do?
Well, we're a law firm. We do, yeah, we're a law firm. We specialize in precious metals law. You know, anything related to precious metals. You know what I'm saying? We do it. We got it. We got it going on, and that includes, you know, anything related to mining sector, the COMEX, the LBMA, the supply chain.
Wouldn't that affect the condition that you have at all?
No, silver is antimicrobial. Even though it is a conductor of electricity, it's the actual electromagnetic waves themselves that cause the issue. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
So
Yeah.
I got to be
And
very,
it
very.
says here for the 150,000.
Yeah, I need $150,000. And what we want to do with that $150,000 is I'm going to build a very special Faraday cage. I'm going to line my walls in my house. See, I read by candlelight, and I'm going to line my walls up with this stuff with this special silver plating because it's a little thicker than the aluminum foil. Aluminum foil, you know what I mean?
Yep. Definitely want to make sure that you stay protected.
I got to be
protected. And as far as the gross annual revenue for your company for last year, what was your gross annual revenue?
Most people ask me that in a month. You know, I'm a pretty smart guy, but I have to think on my feet, especially now with this electronic device very close to my person. I'm gonna have to take $98,000 and multiply that by 12, but that would mean that I have to wake up another electronic device to figure that math out.
I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to do that from my end. So you're doing about $98,000 a month, and is that pretty consistent?
That's pretty consistent, kind of like my bowel movements. Now, let me ask you this. Just for the sake of curiosity, what is $98,000 times 12? Because there's 12 months in a year, at least last I checked, according to the Julian calendar.
So, I mean, you're looking at about 1.176.
That's what I thought. I was going to say $1.2 million. Let's round up to make it look better so this loan goes through, to make me look a little better than I really am, okay?
Okay, sounds good. And then as far as time you want to get this done, how soon are you looking to get this done?
Well, you're probably going to have to bring it here via, I think that's not going to be a problem. As far as getting the cash here on my person, I'd like to get it within 3 weeks if possible. And I've already lined up Brinks and a couple of other agencies to be able to load up the cash from your organization over to mine. And then I'm going to take that and deposit it in my bank. And then I'm going to have the bank make the purchase. Since I can't get on the computer, they're going to have to make the purchase of the silver for me with a couple of contract-sized bars. Then we've got to...
Typically, the way it works is when we do the funding, we do the wire directly into your bank account. So there wouldn't be no need for any Brinks trucks or anything like that.
Yeah, but you see, that's electronic. Wire implies electricity, and I'm very sensitive to electricity. You know what I mean? I get really freaked out.
You wouldn't be in the wire.
Well, I know.
Our bank sending the money to your bank.
Yeah, but that's going to involve. Yeah, but that's going to infect the money. Even when it gets here in cash, I've got to run it through the laundry because of the electricity. I've got to, there's a lot of static electricity in cash, right? That's because a lot of it's wired these days. Everything's electronic. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't do anything like that when it comes to like Stray Cats. This is all
Stray Cats have nothing to do. I love the Stray Cats. They're a great band, but the Stray Cats have nothing to do with it. By the way, I can't even listen to the Stray Cats anymore because my record player requires electricity.
I understand, but we don't do anything with cash. It has to be a wire transfer, so we would not be coming there with any Brinks truck full of cash.
Do you have any way to sanitize the money when it gets here, or can you set that up for me? You know what I mean? So that we can make the money clean?
I would have to speak to someone in management over here. We really don't normally have this situation, so let me speak to somebody up in management about the case first before we move forward, and then I'll get back to you.
That sounds like a plan. Well, before we do that, and I appreciate you being flexible in that, because I like to be flexible too. And so I tell you what, if you can make this happen and we can do it, I'm going to take you and I'll show you my flexibility, because I was a gymnast in high school. And even though I'm like 74 years old now, I can still do splits, and I can stretch my body and contort it in many different ways, and I'd be glad to show you that at my yoga class if you'd like, so you can see that I'm flexible as well. Would that be okay?
Sure. I mean, where do you live?
I
don't think we're in the same state.
I live in New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay, yes.
My name is Chuck McGill, but you can call me Charles instead of Chuck if you don't mind. If you could, I mean, I appreciate it. I like the more formality, or you can call me Mr. McGill. Okay?
In the beginning of the conversation, when I called you Charles, you asked me to call you Chuck.
Oh, I must have been confused. Hold on one second. This might be my lawyer. Hold on a minute here.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, good afternoon, Jim.
Yes, how are you doing? Yeah, this is Chuck. Jimmy. Oh, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we must have got disconnected. The other guy disconnected. I was about to close a deal with him, but he wimped out on me. I don't understand it, but anyways, that's the way the cookie crumbles, even though, I could actually use a cookie right now. I haven't had a fortune cookie in eons, it seems. How may I serve you today? What's your name again?
Kyle with Gemini Business Funding.
Kyle, Gemini. I love it. The problem with Gemini is it reminds me too much of a genital lie. It reminds me too much of the word genital. So, you ought to consider changing the name of the business from Gemini to something less, having to do with the old bits, as they call them in Britain. The Brits, they call it the bits for some reason, but they do it. And if we could have some other name that wouldn't remind me of the genitals, that would be a better to work with a business like that, because I don't want to feel like I'm getting screwed over, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's never the goal here. But, hey, I know we were able to speak a little bit yesterday. What were you looking to throw back into the business?
I like to throw, well, it's not the kind of business where you throw things, honestly. We're very organized here. There's no tantrums. There's no sports that really goes on here either. So there's not much throwing that happens here. If so, I don't know exactly what you're getting at, unless you thought it was a sports business where we throw baseballs or something like that. We don't do that here.
No. Just like, what are you trying to reinvest back into the business right now? Because I know we were speaking a little bit about some potential funding or some working capital.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I know this is going to be a strange request, but what I like to reinvest in the company is something called money. Cash. I know that's an unusual request, but if we can get some money into the business, I think that would be just fine and dandy, like sweet candy, not the sour candy type. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Oh, hold on one second. Hold on just hold on a second. I just saw a squirrel. Can you hold on one second, sir? Excuse me. I just saw a squirrel, and the squirrel has overtaken my attention. It's such a cute little animal, and I'm looking at it right now. It's there outside. It's hopping around. It's looking for a nut, but there's no nuts nearby. There is a tree there, and usually by the tree there would be a nut, even though it's not an acorn tree or any kind of tree that has nuts. Okay, all right, the squirrel just hopped off. Okay, now you have my undivided attention. Well, at least mostly undivided. It's semi-divided. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Squirrels are just cute. I love to look at squirrels.
No, you're good. How much? No, you're good. So what were you looking to reinvest back into the business money-wise?
Well, like I said, money-wise, we're probably in the form of cold hard cash, but if it's lukewarm cash, I'm fine with that as well. I'm fine with lukewarm cash as well.
Was there an amount for the lukewarm cash?
Yes, let's go with $150,000 just for gits and shiggles, okay? 150,000 smackers, okay. Yeah. Can I have it in consecutive serial numbers? Can I have the bills in consecutive serial numbers? Hold on one second. This might be my lawyer. Just a second here. Hello?
This is Jill?
Yes, hi.
Hey, Jill, this is Lane. I work with Kelly at All Points Capital. How are you?
Kelly, did you just call me Jill or Jim?
It says Jill. Is it Jim?
It is Jim. I've not been misgendered yet. I've not gone through the transition yet. I'm still working on that. The hormone therapy is working out great, though.
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable. Yeah, so Jim, tell me a little bit about your business. I know she told me you were looking for working capital.
Yes, I am. But before I get there, let me describe to you the scene that I just got finished witnessing about 3.5 minutes ago. There was this really cool-looking squirrel outside of my window near a tree, and I was thinking that the squirrel was going to go for the nuts, but then I realized that the tree doesn't have any nuts. It's not one of those types of trees. and then the squirrel ran off in the background. But it was a nice squirrel. It had a nice bushy tail and everything like that. And that's what had caught my attention 3.5 minutes ago. You don't see that too often, except for whenever another one comes back around. Then you see it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You both agree with me. Say hello to Kyle as well.
How are you? This is James. I'm sorry, I was just walking past. I was listening to your story.
Hi, James. Yes, James. All right, intriguing story. Do you want me to expand on the squirrel story, or do you want me to get into silver and precious metals? Which one? A or B?
Probably silver.
Yeah, probably silver. Let's go there.
We have one vote for silver. Who wants to continue hearing about the squirrels? And then the third option might be cookies too. We could talk about cookies, as I think I mentioned that in the previous conversation about cookies.
So wait. So you're looking for capital for the silver? Is that what
Yes, capital for the silver. And usually, whenever I make a big purchase like that, they throw in a box of cookies.
From where?
Well, that's what we can expand on that discussion, because cookies come from a variety of sources. None of which comes out of Gaza right now. There's no cookies coming out of Gaza last time I checked. Okay?
No. So I was just... I'm sorry, I'm confused because you were speaking with Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
You were speaking with Kelly earlier. She gave you...
Where is Kelly? Yeah, what happened to Kelly? That's where I thought I was going to talk to a female. This is a sausage fest here. Where's the female in this thing here?
I'm sorry. She's working right now.
I'm a part of the job too. I work for her too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm getting slighted.
No, you're talking to the people. We write the checks. So you're with the right people. I apologize. I wish I had a prettier voice though.
That's all right. I am. Go ahead.
Yeah, tell me about the business. Tell me what you're looking for. Tell me what's going on.
I am looking for a little bit of money in order to buy a couple of contracts of silver to line the inside of my house with it. I mean my business, because I'm kind of scared of electricity, and it's going to be act like a Faraday cage, and it's going to keep me going. You know what I mean? Because of the electricity. What's that?
What's your company do?
What do we get?
What does your company do?
We do manufacturing. I'm going to take them contract size bars, and I'm going to take those things and I'm going to slice them up, dice them up, melt them down, pour them, slice them,
dice them. No, I don't need to know what you're going to do with the bars. I just need to know what your company does.
Manufacturing. Remember I said that 1.7 seconds ago? Actually, it's about 1.9, 2.3 seconds ago. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
It's okay. What do you manufacture?
We do metalworking. We manufacture molds. We manufacture widgets. We manufacture quantum resins. All that kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how much are you looking for?
About $150,000. I think we'll do it. You know what I mean? I think that'll be nice, and then I'll be able to and then I'll have my employees take the silver after they buy it from the COMEX, directly from the COMEX. We're going to fly to Chicago, load those bars up, take them down here, slice them, roll them out, create these sheets to put on the walls. It's going to be fantabulous.
And what are you guys doing in revenue per month?
We're doing great in revenue. We're doing just awesome. We're doing fine and dandy. How much in revenue? We're doing $98,000 in revenue per month.
Okay. And do you have any other positions?
Hey, do me a favor. I'm going to impress you with my math right now. Ask me how much I do in a year in revenue. Let's see what I can do. Let's see how quick I am on that when you ask that question. Quickly.
Well, before you answer that question, do you have any other outstanding positions or loans right now?
Dude, I'm an outstanding in every position. Just ask the ladies. They can tell you that.
Okay. You have preferences, I'm assuming.
So let's do this. Ask me the question about how much I earn in a year. You're going to be amazed at how quickly I'd come back with an answer on that.
I just need. So you have no other outstanding.
I know you got to ask me that. You've already said you were going to ask me that. You asked me that one question first, so that's one question. Now ask me the other question that I want you to ask me. What?
I don't know what you want me to ask.
I want you to ask me this question: how much do you earn in a year? I'm going to douse you with my answer.
please. I'm sorry.
You got to ask the question first. You got to ask it.
I just did.
You know, you didn't. You just said dazzle me.
I see you talking to me. I'm sorry. How much do you make?
How
much do you make a year?
Oh, there we go. $1.2 million. Isn't that quick? I love it. I like it. That's $98,000 times 12, by the way. My math is exquisite. I had no help with that. I did that all on my own.
Okay.
But you're cutting in and out on me. Can you put the microphone right up to your mouth, right smack up to your mouth? There you go.
You're looking for 150,000 right now?
Yes, I'm looking for it right now or 3 days from now. I'm probably looking for it for 3 days from now. Do I got to pay it back though? Is that I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't tell if you're just messing with me to mess with me. I'm confused. I'm here to help. If
Okay, no, that's an honest question. I was kind of hoping, because I get all these offers for money, that maybe somebody would just be nice and just give it to me, and so I don't have to pay it back with no strings attached. Although, I'll tell you what, you can attach some strings to the money as long as I still don't have to pay it back, because it would be nice to have it bundled up nicely. So yes, you can attach strings to the money just as long as you don't have to pay it back. So bundle it up with some strings, even a lot of them, because sometimes those bills fly all over the place. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So you're not really a serious person. Right?
Well, am I laughing? Am I laughing right now? Am I laughing right now, sir?
What?
Am I laughing?
Yeah, you've been giggling the whole time.
How do you know I've been giggling? I've been completely serious in my questions and in my answers.
You haven't had questions. You've just been kind of like rifling back off at me. Look, I'm not trying. I apologize if I don't want to waste your time. Or if I can help, I'd like to help. But if I can't, and like this was something like you thought this was something else, this is not free money. That's what I mean. Like, all jokes aside, and we're a lending institution. We're just trying to help.
Okay, well I'll tell you what. Let's make a trade. If you give me
I don't want to trade. I just want to know what's going on.
Well, I say what you give me if you all right. If
I don't want to give you money without for free. That's not like I just want to. I'm trying to do something normal here. You're kind of confusing me.
Okay, let me make this proposal to you. All right, you lend me the money.
I don't need a proposal. I'm asking you. I'm trying to do an.
Well, I know. I'm working with it. I'm trying to be reasonable. I'm trying to be reasonable here, sir. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. You lend me the money.
I mean, like, what do you? I don't. I'm just trying to understand. I'm just.
I know, but the only way you can understand is listen to what I'm saying. Okay, you're talking, you're flailing here. Let's get back down to brass tacks here. Okay.
Sure.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Reel me in.
All right, we're gonna reel you in. If you lend me the money, I will give you the time. A couple of bills strung up, and I'll sing you a rhyme. I will perform on the dance floor, a couple of stretches and more. Just give me the money, and I want some more. Okay? And that's a freebie right there. That was for free. That's to entice you to bring you in. Okay? Now...
You got me. I'm here. I'm out here.
I know you're there. I can clearly tell you're there.
Now that we're here, and that did entice me.
That did entice you? Okay.
$90,000 a month. You do manufacturing, right? How long have you been in business?
I've been in business for 14 years.
Okay. 14 years. How's your credit?
I don't use credit cards, sir, so I'm fine with no credit card. I would rather get the money in the form of cash if it's possible. That would be great.
How is your credit?
But again, I don't mind if there's strings attached as long as they're the roll.
Again.
Yeah.
I gave you the floor. I let you sing. How's your credit?
Your credit
score.
Oh, my credit score. It's great. Last time I played hockey, I got credit for a couple of goalies, and I was learned by the Oven Chicken, the guy Oven Chicken from the Capitals. He just got like 845 goals, and so he got credit for all of those too. And so last time I scored, I did great. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. It was all right. Joe, just email us your wire information. We'll send you $1 million. Yeah, just $1 million.
Just $1 million? Is that it? Is that it? I don't have any wires.
Don't be greedy, guy.
I want strings, not wires. If you're gonna give me the cash, I want strings attached. I don't need wires, okay? Only strings, no wires. I'm not being greedy. I just want strings are less expensive than wires. I know that from secondhand experience.
Okay.
So that means I'm not being greedy, okay? I tell you what, let's do this. Why don't you PayPal it to me, and we'll friends and family, and you can do it for $500,000 instead of $1 million. How's that sound? Okay?
No, I want to do the $1 million, pal. Let's do it the right way. There's no half stepping.
Let's do. Let's not do it exactly.
Not with a voice like yours. Let's go, princess. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm gonna get this over to you.
Okay, get it over to me. Thank you. All right, sounds good. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Still waiting. Still waiting. Don't see it yet. It's not there. You must be singing an A minor. Hello? All right, well, that was a fun one. All right, thank you guys for putting up with me. Somebody super chatted. Somebody gave me a little super chat here. First one tonight. Wilson, $4.99. Thank you, Wilson. Appreciate that. Very kind of you indeed. All right, he got mad. All right, the Sarge. I do like Summit Metals as well. Sal, thanks for the reference. No problem, Sarge. By the way, Summit Metals now has the Salivate Metal round, and I did try to get the price down. They are beating APMEX on this, but since they did a smaller order, it is a little bit higher than what it was at JM Bullion, but this is still not a bad price for it, all things considered. So check it out. And I don't have the link yet in the description below, but you can just search for Salivate here and it'll pop up for those of you who are interested. It is a pre-sale, ship at the end of April, but yeah, check it out, and it is available for order. Very good. All right. Let's get over here to Keep On Stacking, says Cherokee Cowboy. That's how we do it. We keep on stacking in the free world. Thank you, Wilson. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you all being here. Awesome job. Thank you, says Joe Oak, 7090. And Jason DeVille says they were denied their gold in the past. Hopefully they get it back. Yes. That's right. I tell you what. Crazy. Quantum Resin. Oh, thank you so much, Quantum Resin. Yeah, I had to throw that in there. I like your name, so I had to do that. So with you and Wilson, let me give you guys 10 push-ups. I usually do push-ups whenever you guys are super chatting here. I was on the phone earlier, so let me do it right now. Get these 10 push-ups going for you guys here tonight. All right, here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we got it. Thank you, guys. Got the blood flowing tonight. Appreciate that so much, both you guys. And, oh, thank you, CCT. He has posted a link to the Salivate Metal round there. Thank you, my friend. And I'm going to pin that. Cyber Curtain Twitcher is here tonight. By the way, check out his channel. He just celebrated 12 years on YouTube. And he posted a video that you're going to want to check out. So make sure you subscribe to Cyber Curtain Twitcher. Yeah, I know. Wilson, I should have done him slow. You're right. But the problem is I have attention spans that kind of get, so I do them faster, which I know is not the right way. And my former is probably not the best either, but thank you for being forgiving on that. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Let's get over here to Ludo's BE says this. If someone intrudes your property in Europe and you shoot the person, that person will be considered as a victim and you will be put behind bars for murder. Owning firearms for self-defense has been made illegal in the sleeping woke part of the world. If your property is intruded and you call the police to help you, finishing your donut or pizza is priority number 1. Yes, sad but true. Yes, indeed. Yes, it is a good Metallica song, and I'm sorry to hear that. Yep. All right. Very good. All right. And we've got this here from James Hutchins says, no way, that just makes it easier for me to buy more and more. Thank you for the dip. Keep stacking. Exactly. That's right. He's not going to give up on silver. Way to go. And Boss 667, it's all manipulation and it's all a scam. The elite always wins. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. Sure, all right. Coin Shop Chris, tell us how to keep up the great videos. Thank you, Coin Shop Chris. Check out his channel, by the way. He's got a little YouTube channel to check out. And by the way, Mrs. Coin Crew is with us tonight. I gave her a roundabout shout out talking about squirrels. All right. Very good. Silver is better than fiat. Indeed it is, Silver Stack Mac. Yes, indeed. Indeed it is. That's right. All right. And we've got this here. PMG Fine Art, a thumbs up, an algo bump, and may all of our metals drop 50% so we can buy more. That's right, exactly. And B. Taylor is here. 66M is here. Paul Tissue is here. Acidicu, what are you going to do with a brick of silver? Use it as a paperweight. That's a great idea. Actually, you know what? I might do that. I have a piece of paper I want to put some silver on. So we're going to do that. He says, this channel sucks. Well, let me just slurp my way. This channel slurps. Is it Dizzy-Kill, or whatever your name is? Is he the kitty? Let's slurp for Is it the kitty. This channel slurps. Yeah, you're going to get trolls from time to time. Let him stay here for a little bit. Let's see what else he says. Let's see here. Let me just see what this... Let's see what this channel looks like. This, can you guys see... When you click on the ellipses here, can you see the channel too? Go to the channel. You used to be able to allow that for everybody, but... Of course, nope. He's been on YouTube a long time, since 2017. So, it's not, I don't know. Anyways, hello, Mark Razor. Good to see you. All right, Zephiel says, you can't beat something that's already down. That's true, exactly. Good point, Zephiel. Good to see Lessa Anderson is here. And we've got Reserve Stacker. Hey, Sal, loving it. According to Jim, it was supposed to be a bloody Monday. Pretty sure earlier today it was up. It dropped 1%, but hardly a blood and money. That's right. They say that Jim Cramer is usually you do the opposite of what he says, or it does the opposite. Kenji, yeah, I don't think it's Kenji. I wouldn't, I don't think it is, but it could be. I did have to block him, but anyways, let's see here. Willa says, I feel like we're following the bouncing ball on a sing-along. PM's playing their own tune up and down. Yes. All right. It is singing their own tune, but they are moving. They're reacting to the market, so for sure. Hot dog from Matt Bittner. Hot dog algorithm food. Appreciate that. Good to see you. And let's see here. Goes to show silver isn't for day trading. You're better off forgetting about it. Yes, about the trade, holding on to it. And yep, understandable. Of course, this channel is about news, so I can't forget about it because I'm reporting on it. But anyways, yes, indeed. All right. And Adam Blas says here, just buy more silver, store it, and forget about it. There you go. Yep. Yep, that's a good idea. Good advice. And we've got Gary Croft says, Trump has told China to remove the 34% tariffs on April 8th or expect an extra 50% tariff on April 9th. That's exactly right, Gary. That's exactly what's happening. And they're going to go into effect tonight at midnight. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. We've got my kid is a Grandmaster Silver is trying to make a comeback. Indeed, it appears to be the case. But it's down back below 30 again. Silver is strong. In the long run, it is. That's exactly right. And let's see here. We've got by the light of the silver moon, do it by June. Watch the value just zoom, zoom, zoom. I like it. He's a poet and didn't realize it. I like that. That's great. Sign up is here. Good to see you. All right. Ken Peter says, I waited and wanted the PM bloodbath to continue. Yes, it would have been a great opportunity for sure. And we've got here, we've got illegal products. Mr. Trump needs a plan. I think he's got a plan. And I think he's being very calculated in his actions, actually, believe it or not. Steve-O, as they say at McDonald's, I'm loving it. There you go. He's loving it. That's right. It's crazy. Well, it just goes to show you that you know, when everything settles down and we know what's going on with the tariffs, with the market, and the markets will normalize, and precious metals, I think, will normalize. And I think once they start cutting rates, we're going to see them go up a bit. Maybe not as much as some people think, but I think we'll see them. I think we'll see them rise. Carrie Tarrant says, "I have nothing to say." Well, no worries. I just appreciate you coming by and dropping a comment. It means a lot. Tony Erickson here says, "Killer stream." Says here, "I'm kind of happy to see CSC in the comments. Bro, no hard feelings about Ron's. He's pulling the trigger on himself. Come on to streams, bud. If anyone gives you crap, let me know." I don't know who CNC is, but CoinShop Chris. Okay, CoinShop Chris. Okay, cool. All right. Well, if he's here, I'll subscribe to his channel too. All right, let's see here. Nate Palm Death is here. Good to see you. No, Dax. I'm sorry, Dax. I meant if I did, I meant to say they're going to drop interest rates. I think they'll lower them a quarter point, probably in June, is my guess. They're not going to raise them. I don't think they're going to raise them either. All right, C4T is here. Silver ran from its pit, says Silver and Gold Portugal. Indeed, it did. Ran from its pit. Tony Erickson says it's going to bounce all over until the end of the month. I think you're right. I think it's going to take a few weeks for it to really normalize here. Operation Wake Up is working, especially what we're seeing here with what's going on with this war with China. And let's see here. Scott Cole, I bought more. All right, bought more. Congratulations. Thumbs up from Chad Wolf. Thank you. And Four Loop says, bought some gold on the dip. Nice. Congratulations. Tate is here. Welcome, Tate. Good to see you. Dean R is with us here. Good to see Niels Han Dynasty. And RSRS Entertainment is in a buying mood for sure. Justin Sartain. I almost called him Timberlake. That would not be good. But before we get to that, Marcus Aurelius with the 5-5 spot says silver ends the Fed. That's why the small hats fear it so. It strips them of their power over us. Yes, indeed. I tell you what, the more we have, the more people that stack, especially, even in small amounts, the better off it is. You're right. Let me drop and give you 5 push-ups. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right, here we go. Okay, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Thank you, Marcus Aurelius. Appreciate that very much, my friend. All right. So, Justin, whatever the price, I will continue to use enhanced dollar cost averaging to stack, and selling some when I can profit. There you go. Paper fiat has no intrinsic value. Gold and silver are money always. Indeed, it is. You are exactly right. That's right. Silver, eat it, wear it, and stack it. That's right. There are ways you can actually eat silver. That's true. I mean, not in lumps, but, you know, colloidal silver. There's other ways to do it. Yep, indeed. Technically, that is true. Silver Bar Stacker. Check out Silver Bar Stacker's channel. He posts some really cool videos on silver and gold bars. Always some really unique stuff he's got there. Or Silver Bar Stacker's channel, so make sure you check him out. He says, my mind always turns to mush when gold to silver ratio is discussed. There's no normal or expected ratio, so I never pay it any attention and constantly stack both simultaneously. I think that's wise. That's basically what I do as well. They're so far disconnected these days, but I mean, I do talk about it just in terms of analysis and what people are thinking, but certainly understand that. All right, very good. Let's see here. Okay, all right. Izidki D. Let's say this for Izidki, since he's just trolling here, that we'll let you stick around if you super chat me a big amount of money. Hey, Nose for Silver, thank you so much. You're my favorite silver YouTube. Great news and information. Thank you, Nose for Silver. $9.99 super chat. Very kind of you. Wow. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that so much. Nose for Silver. I like that. There was a guy on here who was called Nose Maddox or something like that. Same, but that's cool. Silver Nose, I like that. That's really neat. I like that profile name. That's cool. All right. Let me give you 10 push-ups. All right, we'll give you 10 push-ups. I don't know if you've ever been in the lives before, but usually I do a push-up for every dollar donated via Super Chat. So let's go do your 10 real quick here. All right, for nose for silver. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, very good. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Very good. Thank you, Silver Bar Stacker. Okay. One of many. The EU needs to get its own gold and stop trying to rob Russia. They can have it all, also like Russia. The EU just needs to get rid of its woke leaders and do some work and get their hands dirty. They need to earn it, like Russia did. EU, stop trying to rip everyone off. All right. Yes, indeed. Strong feelings about the European Union. Okay, let's see here. Red Crawler, Uncle Sal, do you know the brand of capsule the U.S. Mint uses? Lighthouse capsules. I don't know. I've never seen any capsules like what the U.S. Mint has. Surely they do contract with somebody, but I don't know who their supplier is because they have specifics, special lips on them that you don't see on other capsules. So I'm not sure. Good to see you guys here. We've got Jason Ivey is with us. Les Anderson is still here. Welcome. Mark B is with us. Good to see you. Glad you're here with us. Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker is here. I didn't see the coal miner speech, but I'm sure it was great. And Choking Ghost is here, and so is MIDI Doctors. Welcome. MIDI Doctors is with us as well. Whoa, and Quantum Resin. Thank you so much. Honey face half-eaten pocket with no silver. Mad as heck. That's right. Something must have crawled up his rear end and deposited a dingleberry in the opposite direction. Thank you, Quantum Resin. Let's give him 10 push-ups. Yes, indeed. Here we go. Oh, I love that name. That's so cool. Okay, let's see here. Oh, we got Marcus Aurelius again here. He couldn't fit a roll of silver dollars if his life depended on it. Say the push-ups on this one. All right, thank you. I'll do it myself. Let me give the $9.99 one. That was great. All right, let's see here. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you for that. Quantum Resonant, thank you for the reprieve, my friend, on this push-ups from Marcus Aurelius. All right. Thank you. All right, you guys are great. Let's see here. And let's see here. We have got this. Dean R says, what causes those copper milk spots? Dean R, that is, believe it or not, even though it's pure gold, there is some very, very slight amount of copper that can make itself up to the surface, kind of like milk spots in some way on gold or on silver. But it's a very, very thin layer that can sometimes form on the surface, sometimes either from the dyes themselves or the very little impurities that are in the 9999 gold. Believe it or not. I know it's hard to believe, but it has been known, and as you can see, it was on that coin. I'm nervous about running that through the process, but I might give that a shot and see. All right. The Lingrish says here, let's just be honest here. Russia annexed Georgia, Crimea, and working on Ukraine. Russia had the support of Bush, Clinton, and Obama. Blame them, not Russia. Uranium One is still a thing. Follow the money. Enjoy the show. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a very good point. You're right. True that. All right. Good to see you guys. All right. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you all here. And, well, is it the key? If it's boring, why are you here wasting your time if it's boring here? I'm now just letting my audience have fun with you. Or else I would have probably have removed you. But, I don't know. We'll see. But you're just making a fool of yourself saying boring, but you're here being bored. Go do something else, right? You could. You can always leave. But that's not what they do, Paul Tissue. They just, is it Kenji? I don't know. And we might assume it's Kenji, but it's from an older account. The account's from 2017, so I don't think it's Kenji. Maybe he's 10 years old. He very well could be 10 years old. Still, if he's 10 years old, his parents are not doing a very good job of monitoring his online activity. Okay. Joe Wallender, hold up, Sal. Hold up. So gold in its purest form, 999, aka pure 24 karat gold, right? Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm confused. How and why are those copper contaminant spots on that pure gold? A good question, and it can happen, and it has happened on pure gold, and that is exactly it's such a very small amount of it that that it can form and showcase, but it comes off very easily. It's such a small thin layer that it seems like it's more than the difference between the 4 9's fine, but actually it's not. I know that sounds crazy that it would be a much to be showing up there, but anyways, I'll go ahead and ban him now. Okay, I've banned Izidikidigi, whatever his name is. All right. Typically don't like to do that, but I found myself doing that. There's some people that are just really nasty. Somebody came on here and the other day and accused me of maybe even yesterday, accused me of sending people to Reddit, or like I was pumping up, like I was a silver pumper, and I was trying to bring up all this kinds of chaos in the precious metals markets, and called me that he wished me like some fire punishment or something like that. I just banned the guy. The comment never made it. It came in my spam folder, and I just banned him right away. I usually don't do that, even with those kind of comments, but I'm doing it more and more these days. But thank you. Hey, love you too, Mrs. Coin Crew. Yep, that guy's gone. That guy is gone. And because, you know, it's something that it's a free speech zone, and I encourage disagreement. I encourage being challenged. I encourage constructive criticism. But when people get into a point where they're just trolling and they're just being nasty just for the sake of being nasty, then you know, I don't need to spend time on it. I deleted another guy who was going on and on and on, and I tried to reason with him, and he just kept on going. It's like I shouldn't even waste my time with these people. It's crazy. All right, let's see. No, chat comments don't go to the spam folder. It's only the comments over here that can go to the spam folder. The chat comment should stay, unless sometimes YouTube will get rid of those, and sometimes it'll be held for review where we've got to approve them. But anyways, let's see. Very good. All right, and let's see here. Richard Metcalf says, nice addition to your stack, Sal. I'm pretty much on hold. I picked up $2 face value of Constitutional and a free half Florida gold back, and for all that this month. All right, thin pockets. There you go. Nicely done. Nicely done. And let's see here. X 9523. Start taking it and spending it. Why are we all buying it instead of using it? Wasn't that the goal of all along? Now's the time. All right. Well, it's not for spending right now, and you really can't spend it, quote unquote, right now anyway. Even with the states that deemed it silver to be money, legal tender. Name a place you can go in and spend it right now. They're setting up the framework for something like that to come along. So I would hold on to it. All right, very good. Lord Prep, yes, that's the big question, right? Is when are we done dipping? I don't know. No one really knows. So you have to wager that in your own mind. And always remember, no matter what, if we see it move dramatically down in one direction, you have to psych yourself up for the possibility that it could drop even more when you make the purchase. It's always a possibility. All right. And once you make the purchase, own it, and own it by holding on to it. And you're going to be okay in the long run, even if it continues to drop. All right, Craig Zinska, 3988. Absolute true that the gold protects the nation's wealth. This has to be a perverse effect where some nations have stored their gold in trust outside of their own nation and unable to repatriate it. UK supposedly holds 80 tons of Australia's gold since 2022, has been unable to confirm the amount, serial numbers, and have been duplicated and postmarked, with calls for repatriation being stalled. So the point of denial. So in this case, whose gold is protecting whose wealth? Yep, that was a very controversial time back then with Australia's gold. That good point. You got to hold it and own it for sure. All right. Pamela Rice is here. Good to see you. Thank you, Lord Prep. A lot of good folks here with us tonight. Appreciate you all being here. 96. Here's to you, Sal. Keep going, man. Thank you so much. 96. Thank you very much. And Prospector James Marshall. This market sucks, but I predicted $25 silver by the end of 2025. And I'm not budging on it. Looks like I unfortunately might be right after all. There you go. You very well could be. Yes. You never know. I still think at some point in 2025 we're going to see $36 silver. I'm sticking with my prediction, even though it seems more unlikely now than it was just a couple of days ago. All right, very good. Yes, probably so, FIL. Talk about that other guy. That's probably about right. Good to see you, FIL. Bill Arrington is here. What goes down must come up. That's right. Exactly. Dale Val says, well, Trump doesn't just stir the pot. He kicks over the entire stove full of pots. We'll see how this goes. Indeed, he does. That's a good analogy. And let's see here. Let me get over to this to make this happen here. Matt K, 7852. I window shop gold and silver almost every day and have noticed prices have only dropped slightly. I think premiums are going up. Yes, I think some of the premiums are going up on that stuff too, and it's a shame that happens. I haven't even checked to see if it's happening at Summit, but yeah, I think the market, I think that usually means that there's a lot of buying happening if that happens. All right, very good. Let's see here. Tom Larson believes 36 before 25 happens. All right. And I think that'll be the case too. I could be wrong though. All right. And that's right. 50 to 70 nations are waiting to talk with Trump about working out the deal. All right. On tariffs. Dennis Niemeyer, buy the dips, buy, and back up the truck. There you go. Yes, indeed. Carrie Tarrant, I like my silver like my woman, thick and well on the chunky side. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Exactly. There you go. Maria says, Trump is talking down the markets. He is perhaps gambling on the down and rise as well. It could be a quid pro quo. No real change. Yeah, I don't think he's got any skin in the game for this as far as that's concerned. I really don't. But see what happens. All right, and let's see what we've got with SMAR 5812 on my video from this afternoon about the trade war. Trade war started as soon as a clown made the threat, then suspended them, and then restarted them, and then re-threatened and increased them. America is now USSR West or West Korea with a clown. Well, apparently SMAR is not a fan of Trump. And I can understand the frustration with the tariffs. I really can, and I'm not really the biggest fan of new taxes, and that's what they are. But I think it's more of a leverage tool, a negotiating tactic. Because if you think about it, if we can even keel or get rid of tariffs and make them completely free, in other words, a nation totally wipes out the tariffs they charge us in exchange, then everybody's wins in that case. That's true free trade. We don't have a free trade environment right now. We don't have it. So if we're not going to have free trade, why the hell not have fair trade? In my view, we need And I think that's what Trump is trying to work out. And he's been talking about this since the 80s and maybe even before that. Certainly he's thought this for a while. So none of this should be a surprise to anybody. And there's not been anything like this in 100+ years. And the environment is very different now, which means that it could actually, dare I say it, work. Jim Jones says here, we will be able to afford soybeans. That's about it. Well, Jim Jones, you might be drinking the Kool-Aid on this one. Because I think that probably these things, like I said, they could work out. If 50 to 70 nations are coming to the negotiating table, then that means that that is going to be better, at least within those nations. Now, China is a big one, but we'll see here. But thank you, Jim Jones. Sorry, I had to use the Kool-Aid reference in there, and no offense intended there. Tom Larson, exactly what a lot are doing now, which is also a savings for us. That's right, exactly. All right, let's see here. And that's right. And Pamela Rice is right. We need to start manufacturing it more here in the United States, and tariffs will facilitate that. True. 104% tariff on China. Yep, that's exactly right. The aggregate of that comes up to 104%. One of line tracing. If Trump continues the disruption, silver will trade at $22 in 2025. Okay, we'll see if it happens. It is possible, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. Tucson Bubba is here, cleansing the chat with a bourbon pump. Yes, indeed. It's bourbon sanitizer he's got with us here tonight. Good to see F-37 Metal. And Wilson is here. All right. D. Peterson says, hey, Sal, I really liked the video. It was interesting and informative. Thanks for posting. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate you taking the time to watch that video. Michael K. Gold and silver should rise tonight big time. I hope a lot of folks will see that they must preserve the dollar they have. Although people are dumbed down. Very sad. You're right, Michael K. Very true on that front. All right. Let's see here. Thomas says here the following. I don't think these markets are real at all. Wouldn't surprise me if the Dow is actually at 10K, all controlled by the cabal, and they will pump and dump until the money is extracted from the participants and then crash it out. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Yep, there's a lot of fluff in the markets for sure. It's propped up with a lot of fake money. No question about that. Okay. Yeah. Let's see here. We've got the Michael K. Long and thin, maybe, but short and fat is where it's at. Chunky, nice pickup today. Thank you so much. Yep, I got a little thin one. Somebody wanted to know what that sounds like. Let me flip this thing. I think I hearted that comment, so we won't have it here. But this is that half-ounce round. Same diameter as a 1-ounce round. Let's listen to it. Hear that? It's crazy. It's weird to hold a half-ounce round that thick. It's crazy nuts. All right, let's see here. Jet Black. Sal, why do I always see different spot prices? Kitco and Amex, Liberty Coins, etc. And plus Summit, at least in different places. Been watching for over 4 years. Well, you missed the video that I did on that, Jet Black. But stay tuned here. I'm going to show you how to find that information that explains it. Let's see here. If you go to my channel and search for, let's see here. Where is it? Okay, here we go. If you type in spot, let's try spot dealers, okay? Okay, spot dealers, okay? If you type in spot dealers, and actually it was from 4 years ago, so probably right around when you started watching. How precious metal spot prices are determined and why dealers show different prices. I probably need to update that video. But watch this video, okay? Watch this video right here, and you'll get your answer to that. But the long and short of it, it is essentially they're showing futures prices. Now, Summit Metal shows probably the closest thing to true spot price, but they may be delayed a little bit. So it's $29.85 right now over here at Kitco, which is the true spot price, and it's $29.80 over on Summit Metals. And so they're the closest, I think. So hopefully that will help you out. And thank you for watching the channel. I appreciate it. 2025 Perth Swan. I don't know when that's going to be released, but I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like. Oh, and thank you, James Unleashed just posted a link to it. And thank you, North Carolina Stacker, for being here. North Carolina Stacker said something, and I did a video about it, and I forgot the name. It was drawing a blank, or else I would have shouted you out. But North Carolina Stacker, thank you for... Oh, it was about the guy, the big dude that made the big purchase. That did the big purchase, whatever his name was. You're the one that told us about that. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. Shadow Work is here. Good to see you, Shadow Work. And Dandy Don's Life. Yes, a trade war has begun. The markets are down. Metals are down, but I am still stacking. Some good deals out there. Bumpity bump. Dip, dip, dip means stack, stack, stack. That's right, my friend. Ticker Doll, 1438. Bought more gold today. I won't stop. Nice. Way to go, brother. That's the way to do it. Oil down, $58. That's right. It is down today. I mentioned that in the video, too. Please, sir, how can I get a Salivate Metal round? I'm in the UK. Well, Jerry Mandarin, I think if you call Summit Metals, they may be able to ship to the UK, but it will cost you a little bit more to have it shipped there. But then you might be able to, but I think they'll be able to ship them out. Otherwise, you might check eBay. You might be able to find one. But call Summit Metals. They might be able to help you out. Let's see here. Where are we at? Elliot Scott, and thank you, Jerry Mandarin. I appreciate your interest in that. Because Summit Metals just started carrying those things. And I do believe they are shipping to the United Kingdom and to Canada. But it will cost a little bit more to get it shipped to you. All right. And Elliot Scott, the stock market is like stacking, except it can go to zero. But you don't lose until you sell or move. I'm just waiting it out. There you go. Yep. I know. I tell you, the stock market can go to zero for sure. Welcome to Shadow Work. Good to see you. Don't stop until you get enough. Don't stop until you get enough. By the way, if you want to hear some cool singing while she's unboxing or showcasing, check out Mrs. Coin Crew channel. She will break out into song as soon as she is inspired. So you got to check out Mrs. Coin Crew's channel. Very entertaining, very cool stuff that she shows there. And she gets some really cool stuff. Why? Because her and her husband own a coin shop. So they're getting all kinds of goodies. So you want to check out Coin Crew, which you'll never believe it. This is a scandalous thing I'm about to tell you, but and it might be something that may be not known to many. But Coin Crew is the husband of Mrs. Coin Crew. Who would have ever guessed that? But it is indeed true. Thank you. And James Unleashed has been very kind to post a link to the 2-ounce Salivate Metal round available now over at Summit Metals. Thank you so much. And there we go. I need to put that in my deets. Deets being short for details. Kookaburra Man. I did not think that someone in government can deport American citizens as an enemy of the state. What is enemy of the state? Someone who did a lot less than the Pelosi crime family. Yeah, I don't know. Well, apparently that may have been a mistake. I've not been keeping up with that case. But apparently the guy was a part of MS-13, from what I understand. And some of those organizations are going to be denoted as terrorist organizations. So that would mean they're enemies of the state. But I think the jury's still out on that, literally. On that particular. But there's going to be some mistakes made in some of the deportation stuff. Hopefully they get it all worked out. But we'll see here how that plays out. We don't want any innocent people sent away or put in prison, that's for sure. I don't think anybody wants that. But you're right. Bill Arrington, I like the thick and chunky silver also, but only on silver, yes. I kind of like it on gold too, but you got to be careful with that because more chances for fakey on the gold. And we've got 4 loops. Now Chinese fake silver eagles will cost more than the real ones. Yes, indeed, exactly. Because of the terrorists, exactly right. Spot deals for some ounces plus silver metal round equals winning combo. There you go, that's right. All right, thank you, Silver Heist. You're awesome, good to see Silver Heist is here. And you're right, let's deport Pelosi. She's an American citizen, let's get rid of her. I think she's done more to harm this country than most, but you're right. Thank you, Kookaburra Man. Good to see you, by the way. Master Blaster, tariffs are of minor concerns. Worry about margin calls, hedge funds, derivatives, and banks. Yes, big deals for some of those. All right. Salivate Metal. That's right, Gabe Zender. Thank you so much, my friend. Just pre-ordered 2 Salivate Metal rounds. Got the starter kit too. Way to go. Awesome, Elliot Scott. Very kind. He ordered 2 from, there you go, from Summit Metals. He did a pre-order. He may have been the first one to make that. That's pretty awesome. Thank you so much. Yep, love that thick silver, Brian Fawcett. Yes, love it too. Gotta like it. Gotta likey. All right. Not her. She's got a rack on. Yeah, that's true. You're right. Never mind. I take that back. How could I so easily forget 8-inch destroyer? Kookaburra Man. We cannot deport Pelosi because she has 1 forgiving attribute. Actually, 2 forgiving attributes. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, see 8-inch destroyer's comment. All right. Very good. So those are some attributes. Very good. All right. The Lingerish says the deep state has told China to sacrifice themselves to stop Trump. It will not work. That's right. That's right. Exactly. Not this time. They tried that last time, right? That's all I'll say about that. All right. All right. I like that non-spam bars 5 ounce. I have one myself. Cool. Thank you, No IQ. Yes, it's a cool bar. Buy the VIX. There you go. The volatility index is what he's talking about there. It's also a vapor rub, too, in case you didn't know. And we've got this from Marcus Robinson. Chimes in with this. With the following. Says, like always, my brother continued to bring good content from last year. I managed to save up more than enough gold to cover my expenses for at least 2 years. Listening to you and really applying myself. So thank you, my brother. Gold is king regardless. The world collapse does not live within your means. Sacrifice. Be diligent. Stop flailing and falling around. Don't apply growth and start following the right crowd. People knowledgeable. And you can learn to be your own bank. Get out of the system. Thank my man. Really don't have a comment on Russia, but I think you just have to prepare yourself. Exactly right. Thank you so much, Marcus. Very kind words. I'm honored and humbled and appreciate you. There you go. All right. Replacement bills. Star notes worth collecting. 66 Sam. Good question, and thank you for being here, 66 Sam. I think they it's hit or miss with those. Some places might give you a little bit more for them. If you enjoy them, then I think that's the biggest thing. If you enjoy collecting them for fun, then that's worth it. That's all the worth it is. You know what I mean? All right. Very good. Let's see here. And where are we at? Let's move on up here to the next comment. Spiderhead says, nobody cares about the stock market. Yep. In the end, Main Street and Wall Street, 2 different animals. That's for sure. You're right. Whoa, look at this here. We just got this in here. Boom. A $10 PayPal friends and family donation from somebody. And I don't want to say their name, but whoever sent this to me, I appreciate that so much. Wow. Very kind of you. Friends and family PayPal coming through. So if you can let me know who you are in the chat so I can properly thank you so much. Appreciate that. Very kind of you indeed. And normally I would do push-ups for that unless they really want me to do them, because I'm going to get through a few more of these because I'm going to get working on my next video. But let me know whoever sent me that. And let's see if you and I hope I don't miss whoever that was. So thank you for that PayPal, friends and family. Appreciate that. I don't want to give out the name, because I think that's the real name. I don't want to say that. Mr. Dreams, I found a way to save the U.S. economy. Very easy. The U.S. should do a new currency of 500, 1,000, and so they could be gold coin circulating for half the value of the gold content. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Use precious metals again, but I don't know. I don't think that's going to, I think there's more. I don't think they want to go that way yet. That would be nice. Very good. Elliot Scott, yes, I saw your comment on that. That's awesome. I think you may have been the first to order from there. But yes, indeed, that is awesome. Very cool. All right. Very, very good. Let's see here. Stock market can actually go negative from what we've seen. Oh, yeah, that's right. The oil futures, I'll never forget that. Oil futures went to negative $38 a barrel. It was crazy. Wicked. Who's behind it? Donald J. Trump, Commander-in-Chief. All right. Yep, having an effect on the markets for sure. All right, and let's see here. Awesome. Thank you, Elliot Scott. That's cool, my friend. Thank you again. My kid is a grandmaster. I've been keeping an eye on gold and silver. There you go. Always good to look out for a dip for sure. Let me know if can anybody let me know if whoever that was that PayPal'd me so I can properly thank them. Very kind. If they're in here tonight. BB, good to see you, BB. We don't see OPEC for silver. That's right. Why don't we see OPEC for silver? Because that would definitely be a manipulative force, wouldn't it? That would be a massive. We don't want an OPEC. Some people think there already is an OPEC with the big banks. All right. I will see Bernie Sanders in Idaho on April 14th at the Idaho. I got a VIP ticket and he can't escape me for a few minutes. My goal is to troll the living life out of him. There you go. Oh man, Kookaburra, man, I hope you get in the front row. But be nice. Be nice. But I would always encourage, if you ever meet a public official, whether you agree with them or not, be respectful. Because anything else is not going to be good. You control him, but just be respectful. Ask him a legitimate question. Put him on the spot. But whatever you do, just be nice, Kookaburra, man. And I know, and I know you will. You'll be respectful. I would, even the most hated politicians, if you do see them in public, do not hound them. Respect them to a point, but you can ask them a question. But yeah, but just but yeah, I always encourage that. It's not very often many of us see politicians in public, but anyways, all right. Let's see here. Very good. Let's see here. Canada can trade Carney for Trump. There you go, David McKenzie. All right, that's a very nice add to the stack. Thank you, Stephen Higby. Appreciate that, my friend. And Mandela Slaughter, it seems like they are doing the very thing they can keep the metal prices low and under control, but gold has legs. Indeed, it does. It does. And we've got this here. Diamond House Fireworks says, yes, I will be buying one of your coins. Looks good. Thank you. All right, thank you, Diamond. Appreciate that. My friend, appreciate it. And P. Ryan Limerick here chimes in with the following. With this, so in the last week, with the supposed fall in fiat currency price, for every 8 ounces of physical silver we own, the value of one of these has allegedly just fallen away to zero. Only one word for this nonsense. Our physical silver stacks still weigh the exact same as last week. That's right. In the end, you must think about silver in the form of the weight of it, how much you have, no matter what the dollar price is. Even if it goes up, we can brag about the price going up to crazy numbers, but in the end, it is about the weight and about what it has been long before there was even a United States of America. Kookaburra, man, my problem always was fix your own state first before you bring to federal level and enforce on everyone else. That's exactly right. And that's just common sense. I agree with you on that 100%, Kookaburra, man. You're exactly right on that. And that's the problem with big federal government when they impose what they do on all of us. It's just not right. And to do it with our tax dollars, too. All right, let's see here. And here's a spam comment. We'll get rid of that in short order here. Let's get rid of that. Boom, shalaka. Got a lot of that stuff that pops up. All right. Really, I need to buy one. Cool. All right. Thank you. The Lingerish. All right. Thank you. And I'm here for the Risky Singles Party. There you go. All right. Risky Singles Party. Right here. Throw a bunch of ones out there for good measure. The Hawks Shop and Sporting Center is here. Good to see you. Welcome, my friend. Cybercurrent Twitcher repatriated my German gold and turned it into British gold. There you go. Nicely done. Nicely done, my friend. Mark Bernard says, scary, uncertain times we are living in, and we sure are. You're exactly right. Invest in brass and lead as well. Exactly. I've got a video about that coming soon. Yes, indeed. And it may not be too soon, but it'll be sometime in the future. Anthony Alba says here, silver is plentiful in the U.S. only. To keep the COMEX windows open and the rigging, the rest of the world is becoming a different story. Yeah, like in Korea, they shut down the market for a while. Oh, man, one in criminal. Oh, man, I hope not. Kookaburra, man, we want you to be out of jail. We don't want you to be a criminal. Oh, my goodness gracious. Spectacular is in the house. Nice, nice. He's under roof. I like that. Spectacular, awesome channel, awesome member of the community. Dean R is here. It is Spectacular. He's a great guy. He's did an unboxing a lot of silver in his video recently. A lot of cool variety of stuff over there. Always entertaining, always knowledgeable, and we love Spectacular. One of the only. We still need to get together and do our metals experience. Continue that. But yes, indeed. Let's see here. We got Richard Metcalf. Keep it secret, keep it safe, and protected, and it will be the same for you. That's right. Exactly right. Let's see here. Okay. Well, folks, well, very good. I think I'm going to go ahead, and I have to get back to work on tomorrow's video, which I think it is going to be something that you're going to be interested in. If I'm going to do this subject anyway, you're going to want to stay tuned for tomorrow's video. But I appreciate you all being here tonight. For those of you who are new here, I live stream every Tuesday, every Friday, and Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So you're welcome to join me. We always have fun. It's always a great time. So I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.